Hey everybody, it's Ryan. Let's go over the pre-chorus for Enter Sandman. It looks like this. Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight. So the benefits to this is we are working on our alternate picking. We are also working on octave chords. We have being able to play and sing this at the same time. We are going to talk about some different ways of being able to like mute the strings as you're playing them. A lot of great benefits out of learning just this one riff, especially because there's a lot of string skipping in it. So let's dive right into it. To start, we have basically this is riffing off of like an F sharp minor chord. It's kind of the same thing as the riff in the intro, except they just moved it up 2 frets. So we're starting from the and of 4 from the pre-chorus right here, or the verse. So we have the 2nd fret on the low E string right over here. Then we have the 4th fret on the D string. And this right here is an octave. So you can make octave chords with this. And I use these a lot whenever I want to like beef up a melody, but still have some funk guitar strumming elements into it. So we have the 4th fret on the D. Then we have the 2nd fret on the G, which I would use my first finger for. Then my middle finger is hovering right over this 3rd fret on the A string. So I'll use the middle finger for the 3rd fret on the A. And then the first finger is on the 2nd fret of the A. We hold that a little bit, and then we make like a power chord type of shape. So now our ring finger or your pinky is going to be on the 4th fret of the D, right over here. And then we go start the riff back over, right there. So those are the different notes, and we basically are repeating those notes a lot until we get to right here, where it looks like this. So 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's just going to help us land on that F sharp power chord when we go into the chorus. So that's the only minor difference right there, is we're not pushing the start of the note. So one thing to mention about the picking is that I have the different strokes that I put when I wrote out this tab up here, which that's one way that I do it. But if you're just starting out with this riff, I would actually recommend that you just do downstrokes only, because you're still going to get a lot of benefit out of that, working on the accuracy of your picking hand. And the other thing too is that typically with alternate picking, we're just doing down and ups the entire time. But because the accent is falling on the and of 4, that's why we have this downstroke right here, because downstrokes carry more weight than upstrokes do. So for this rock and roll song, that's why downstrokes are a good way to go when you're playing like this type of metal or rock and roll music in general. But let's just practice this part very slowly. So that's first finger, 2nd fret on the low E, no tempo. Then ring finger, 4th fret on the D. Then we have our first finger on the 2nd fret of the G. Then our middle finger, 3rd fret on the A. Then our first finger, 2nd fret on the A. And then our ring finger or pinky, 4th fret on the D. And then first finger, 2nd fret on the low E. Now to mute all these strings, just like with what we've talked about before in a different video, we want the fingers to be on the pad rather than on the tip. Because if we're trying to be on the tip the entire time, you can hear all of those strings ring open, because my right hand is not being particularly accurate with making sure that I only hit one string. But what's really great about this funk guitar skill is that if you're playing on the pads of your fingers, like I'm still playing through a lot of these strings, but they're all very muted. So that makes it more percussive, has more energy to it. And it's that really fulfills the role that this song dynamically is playing. So let's just walk through these notes one more time, and then we'll try doing it in tempo. So first finger, 2nd fret, the low E, then ring finger, 4th fret on the D. And when I play this note, my fingers are draped over the other strings, so that way I don't have to worry about these strings ringing open. Then first finger, 2nd fret on the G, and this middle finger is lightly touching these strings there, so that's how I'm muting those. Also, having my thumb wrapped around like I'm grabbing the guitar neck is really helpful for me. Then middle finger, 3rd fret on the A, and that thumb is muting the low E. You can also have the middle finger where it's lightly touching the low E, right, like that. Then first finger on the 2nd fret of the A, lightly touching the low E as well. Then ring or pinky right there, and these fingers are right back to muting. And then first finger, 2nd fret on the low E. So now let's try walking through this part very, very slowly. Maybe like and 1 and about that fast. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and let's do it again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now let's do it again, but this time let's just loop it over and over and over again. So 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 again and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now that we've done that, let's do the same thing, except this time let's do this very last bar right here. So again, that difference is we're gonna go and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we're gonna go into that F sharp power chord that we've learned earlier. And so we'll do that and start the count in as well. So 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and F sharp and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 F sharp right here and 2 and last time and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and then on the F sharp right here. All right, everybody. So this was the pre-chorus to Enter Sandman, and I will see you all in the practice video.